when to walk away from a situation that is not serving you. And maybe those aren't your people anymore. You have golden opportunities. Before we get started today, I want to take a moment to acknowledge that this is a difficult and dark time in the world for many of us right now. And I am coming into all of these readings with that understanding and awareness. And nothing that is shared here is intended to mitigate whatever else might be going on in your life at the moment. I see tarot as a way to empower oneself to be able to see things more clearly and know exactly where to take action when maybe the next best step isn't so clear. So with that, we will get into our readings for this month. Thank you. Libra, welcome to March reading. Let us get started.
As always, we'll be using our classic Mystic Compass spread, starting here at the north. This card will represent the area of your life that has to do with housing, finances, career, etc. And then we've got an action item to follow. Over here to the east, we've got our thoughts, mindset, focus, dreams, as well as an action item to complement. Down here at the south, we've got our passions, our belief systems, anything that gets us really fired up, that gets us going, and our motivation, as well as a corresponding action item. Over here to the west, we've got our feelings and emotions, anything that is touching us in a deep emotional way, as well as an action item that corresponds. Finally, we've got one card in the center to tie everything together to show us what exactly we are looking at as the main point of the reading of this month and how everything is interconnected.
To the north, we are starting with the Page of Wands. Super exciting. So we're looking at your housing, your finances, and your career, and there's some sort of message for you. There's a messenger coming in. Are you really paying attention? Are you really listening to who or whatever this is that's coming in for you, Libra? Because this is a big message. And there's someone that is working in your favor. So, there could be maybe somebody that you used to work with a long time ago that has recently reached out or will soon reach out about an opportunity that they have for you at another employer that's, a better job than what you're dealing with right now. That is an example of the thing that I'm talking about. So are you recognizing the messengers whenever they're coming into your life? And are you following the message when it comes to you? Let's see what your action item is. We've got the 8 of Cups. Do you know when to walk away from a situation that is not serving you? So part of it is what I was just saying, recognize whenever the message and messenger are coming to you clearly and what that means and if it's really speaking to your soul. And then also recognize when to walk away from something when it's not fulfilling you emotionally any longer. So for some of you, you feel this emotional attachment to your job, maybe it's a sense of purpose or identity for you, and you have to know eventually when to walk away. There's a lot of time being tied up in that walking away part. Maybe it's not necessarily the job that's hard for you to walk away from. It's more the what it means for the people that you're spending your time with on a daily basis, because you're not ready to walk away from people that you're seeing every day, and that could be at work, that could also be at home. So maybe a new job is going to require you to move to a new location and you're not feeling ready to step away from that and say goodbye. And maybe it hasn't been all bad, maybe that's why it's hard for you to say goodbye, because maybe it's not all bad, maybe it's actually quite good. But there's something else for you that's even better that you can move towards if you're following the signs and you're paying attention to the spiritual messages and messengers that are coming your way. Let's see what we have for you over in the east with our air element. This is the anything of the mind, so your focus, your dreams, your thoughts. The sun, Libra, you have a lot of good ideas and a generally positive outlook on life, or things are generally working out for you right now, and this is really great. So let's see, or at least it should be, so if it's not, if you don't have a positive outlook on life, this is your invitation to change that about yourself, because things are looking up for you. I can see it here so clearly. Let's see what's going on with your action item there. 10 of Swords. So this is actually quite the opposite of what I just read for the sun. So that's an indication to me that it's the latter of what I shared. So a lot of you are not recognizing the opportunities that are present for you, the positivity that it is in the world, and the optimism that exists, the possibility that exists of bettering your life, bettering the world around you. Some of you are spending too much time alone, Libra, or some of you some of you are allowing the thoughts of others to plague your mind, or your own thoughts, where you're feeling trapped by thought rather than maybe taking action. So there is no need to be trapped by thoughts. It could feel at times like you have so many thoughts all at once and you just don't know what to do with all of them. Come back to this source of joy, happiness, opportunity, and that is going to get you out of the overthinking, okay? There are breathing techniques as well that you can do to help get you out of that overthinking pattern. For example, a box breath, which is a pretty common breath pattern, where you start with the exhale. A lot of people will ask you to start with the inhale, and that actually accelerates the nervous system, whereas starting with the exhale starts to put you into starts to activate the parasympathetic nervous system rather than the sympathetic, and so it's actually better for you to relax and calm the mind if you do it this way. So you're going to start on your exhale and count to 4. So exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold at the bottom for 4, then inhale for 4, hold at the top for 4, and continue this on for at least 5 to 7 rounds. If you can keep it going more than that, then it will be helpful to you. You only need to do that for a few minutes, and that will help you get out of your busy monkey brain and then really into your body, so that you're not overthinking. That's one technique. Another is to use your eyes and to just look. First, you're going to look to the left, and you keep holding your eyesight to the left, and then you're gonna switch over to the right, and then you're gonna look left up, and then you're gonna look right down, and then you're gonna look right up, and then you're gonna look left down. And you hold each of those positions with your eyes for about 10 to 12 seconds until you activate a yawn. Once you activate the yawn, you know that the parasympathetic nervous system has been activated, and it's going to help you get out of the monkey brain with all of the chatter that I was talking about. So getting back to, once you're out of that, once you're able to calm the mind and think more clearly, focus on the things that are good in your life, that are going for you, the opportunities that you have that are available to you, because you do have a lot of them, and there's a lot of goodness coming your way, Libra. Let's see what's going on for you down at the south. Knight of Wands. This is like a spiritual activation, going full speed ahead. So it's very quick moving, and maybe you're noticing that you're getting more psychic downloads recently, or maybe you're noticing that it's easier for you to tap into your intuition, and you're able to make decisions quickly about what feels like the right next move, whether you should attend this event or this one, or if certain people are good for you or not. Maybe you're getting better at that. Let's see what your action item is here. Queen of Swords. This is also a pretty quick moving energy, and in that process of what we were just talking about, of this quick moving energy of improving your intuition and knowing who is good for you, what is good for you or not, there is a process of elimination. And there are groups of people and activities that you do have to say goodbye to. So maybe you have made it a habit of going and drinking at the bar every day after work, or even every Friday, going to a happy hour, and maybe those aren't your people anymore, or maybe drinking isn't your activity anymore. So there's a severance that has to happen, and with that severance, of course, comes sadness and grief. So there is a grieving process for who you were, and there's a grieving process for the life that you led, but it's also an opportunity to really move forward in who you are becoming, and finding the people and places that are a better match for you at this time. So something that you can, the faster that you do this, the easier it will be for you. The longer you hold on to things and just let those things hold you back from your true spiritual self and your true spiritual enlightenment, the more difficult it's going to be for you in the long run. So the suggestion here is to get through that process quickly, and yes, of course, take your time to be sad for what is lost, but also focus on where it is that you're going and what it is that you're gaining from all of this. All right, Libra, moving over to the west, this is our water element. We've got another page of Pentacles, baby. With our Page of Pentacles, this is another messenger of sorts, like we were talking about at the very beginning. This is a very practical energy. You're asked to look at the practical side of emotions right now. And I'm going to see what is your action item here to give us a little more information. It is judgment. So not only are we becoming more practical with our emotions, we're also being decisive about which emotions are appropriate for different situations. So you might be finding that there are people around you that deserve more of your time and energy than others. You also are going to find the opposite is also true, where maybe your time and energy is or is not worthy of the attention of others. So this is really an opportunity to look at what is in terms of emotional bandwidth. And are you showing up as the best version of yourself for other people? Are you a safe space for other people, Libra? Many of you are. The answer is yes, but some of you have some work to do. So I would suggest working in communities to figure out what it really means. Some of you need to attend authentic relating or circling events, and You can look up what those things are, but those will help you become more connected to yourself and more connected to other people, more connected to humanity at large. Some of you are even able to step up as leaders in those types of communities, which is a beautiful thing, a beautiful service to other people that you are able to undertake. And this is really a wonderful opportunity. That could be something lucrative for you if you want to pursue an alternative career path. That is something that I'm seeing for some of you that is available to you. But really, the main point here is ensuring that you are working in integrity, you're operating in integrity for yourself and for others, and that you're meshing with others that are operating in integrity. If you've been out of integrity in the past, so maybe that means you were gossiping about your friends, or it means that you were not honest about anything in a space that was intended to be fully honest, there's still time to go back and do work on that. Okay, if you told a friend a lie 10 years ago and you think about it sometimes you can still go back and apologize to that friend. And if not, for whatever reason, because you're no longer in contact with this person, you can have a sort of spiritual, emotional reckoning within yourself around that. All right, Libra, one more card. Let's see what is tying everything together for you for the month. 10 of Pentacles. Alrighty, this is very strategic. This is logistical and trying to determine the next right move. And it's very practical. There's a lot going on for you that we've already discussed this month, Libra. And so even here, we are looking at what is the next right move for you. Only you can decide that. Only you know what is the next right move. But you have a lot of options. You have golden opportunities, multiple golden opportunities here. You have a lot of quick moving energies, and you also have some balance with slower moving energies. So really find the balance of what is here and what is going to bring you into the most sense of fulfillment, while maintaining integrity with yourself and with others. And what are you walking away from? What are you moving towards? These are all questions for you to ask yourself. What is it that you need to cut off in order to advance to the next level? Okay, Libra, I hope this was helpful for you. I hope to see you all in the comments. Please like, share, comment below. Check out your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs for a fuller picture of what is in store for you this month. Thank you. Bye.